This is Ren. Ren represents strength of mind and body. This is Pyo. Pyo represents channeling of energy. This is To. To represents being in harmony with the universe. This is Sha. Sha is used for healing of self and others. This is Kai. Kai represents premonition of danger. This is Jin. Jin represents knowing thoughts of others. This is Retsu. Retsu represents mastery of space and time. This is Zai. Zai represents control of the elements of nature. And this last one is Zen. Zen represents enlightenment. Here's a recap of the 9 forms done a bit quicker in an alternative way. Okay, with any sort of handed down tradition, you're going to have a couple different variations. So the ones I showed you are not the only variations of the Kuji-in. You have different types of Rens, all slightly different, a couple different Zens, all slightly different as well. And you're not going to do this in a group. You're not going to get together, all sit in a circle, meditate, doing the same exact sign. It's all for you, so if I were you, I'd look it up. See if you find the different variations, at least for informational purposes, at very least, or at best, something that works better for you. Like I said, it's all about what you feel comfortable with, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to run through some more in-depth descriptions for each Kuji-in to help you kind of understand what it's for and why I say it's up to your subconscious mind and how it perceives it and how you let it perceive it. I'll start with Ren. Ren is the strength of your mind and body. And at first you might think of just physical strength and mental intellect. But it could be that, or it can be also the way you think and being physically well and having a positive outlook on life, which is more of a spiritual, more so than physical. So it really just depends how you interpret it and how you perceive it. The second one is Pyo. And Pyo is the direction of energy, and it could be seen as directing your energies, your chi through your body, or it could be directing your outward energy, applying yourself to do things, kind of a morale booster, if you will. And it could also be increasing your inner power, increasing your chi or your ki, not so much just for the movement, but for the increasement of it. Alright, the third one is To, which was harmony with the universe. This can work in a couple different ways, from learning to live in peace with mankind and nature, to being at one with yourself. Or it can go into a higher meaning, you're one with the universe, harmony with the universe, like all existence, more so than just the worldly kind of existence, but beyond that with the oneness of the universe. Now, Sha, which is healing of self and others. Now, I can see this in 2 ways. Physically healing, which I'm not going to say you do this and somehow your abrasion or a gouge or something is instantly going to sew itself up. Or the mental sort of healing, like emotional healing, where you're trying to get over a lost loved one, or you don't so much focus on sorrow by doing the sign. Instead, when you meditate, you focus on the sign itself. Your subconscious mind will pick that up, push your other feelings aside to make way for emotional healing. Now, you always hear about sending healing thoughts or singing prayers or something. It could also work on that sort of function, I would assume. I've never really dealt with stuff like that, like losing loved ones. I've had to deal with that a couple times. And you have to kind of move past that. We can't dwell in the past. So this would be something that you would use to heal emotionally. Or if you do believe in sending healing thoughts, and it does work for you, which I've never had any experience. So if you believe in that and it works, all the power to you. Whatever works for you. but the way I interpret it, be more like emotional healing and helping you cope with certain situations that might arise in life. Now, number 5 is kai, which is the premonition of danger. Now, when you think of it that way, it's like what you're instantly know someone's behind you before he takes your life, or a car's gonna hit you. But it's more so feeling the motion of others, kind of being able to gauge situations before you step into a trap with your own words. Kind of stepping lightly where you shouldn't really be treading with your verbal communication. Or premonition of danger while you meditate, doing the sign of kai, and you focus on listening around you or seeing if you can feel someone coming, or even subtle taps. Kind of tune in so that you can sense everything around you. Now, Jin is basically, as it is, knowing thoughts of others. It's not you're a mind reader and know every single thought someone has. Now, there's feelings, the thoughts of others, and you instantly know they're sad, even if they're not doing it to show it. Just instantly knowing, and that's what Jin is. Now you have Retsu, which is mastery of time and space. It basically is the perception that you personally perceive in time. There's days that go by extremely fast, and there's days that just drag on by, and that's all perception of time. It's how you are affected by time, and that's what Retsu is. Controlling your inner clock so that you can speed up time or slow it down in your own life. Now, Zai, control of the elements of nature. You can't make a cloud appear out of nowhere instantly. It's more like fitting in the mold of things. You're drenched up on a hill, just continue to rain. Then soon with Zai, it's not an obstacle, but you fit into it like a puzzle piece and accept it. You form around it and it forms around you. Zai is more adapting and controlling your inner self to be akin to the natural elements outside. Now the last one is Zen enlightenment. This is knowing yourself beyond any sort of comprehension that others would know you. Not only just like knowing yourself, like you look in the mirror and like, oh, I know that guy. It's knowing where you fit in the universe. So it's external, where you fit, and internal, where you know who you are. You know yourself, and you see yourself from a third perspective, actually becoming enlightened by your own oneness. It's knowing yourself and answering who you are before you even ask who you are. It's knowing every single detail of your personality, your conscious mind, and maybe a little bit into your subconscious. Good explanation for it.